You don't put anything on your phone anyway.
Yeah, I know. It's funny.
Good morning. Welcome to Wake Up Real Estate. We're both here.
Hey, Dan.
I guess we were both here on Monday, but I was at a hotel. I'm actually back at home base temporarily. We go out of town again on Sunday. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, we're going to keep it short and sweet, but there is a lot of good stuff that we're going to pack into. Look at that. Wake up, sleepyheads. Which was definitely my son, man. He did not want to get out of bed. He's anyway.
Yeah, I know.
So, welcome. Thank you for coming. Glad that you're all here. Mark, good morning. Mike, good morning. Let's get right into it. I don't know what that thing says, but my morning report says that 63 basis points better than yesterday, which is in layman's terms means more than 0.5% lower. 63 basis point is 0.63 as far as percentage rates. That's good news.
So what happened this morning was the CPI, consumer price, the CPI came in lighter than expected, which means the perception in the markets is that the Fed will have to stop. Yeah, the Fed can, not have to. The Fed now can stop raising interest rates to squash inflation. Okay. Interest rates come down. You can see on the chart here, this is the US dollar index. It kind of correlates. It's like a boom, like, falling down. So this is good for us. Rates might normalize.
Yeah. Right on. So this is a good
that's
point.
A little bit of our mortgage update.
What's that?
That's our mortgage update.
Well, no. So the show is brought to you by Virtual Mortgage Partners, Axon Mortgage and Nexa Mortgage. Axon is our correspondent side. Nexa is our broker side.
I thought my dyslexia was kicking in.
What's that? Yeah, no. So, because we had somebody ask on the huddle on Monday, our huddle, which is after this, which you are more than welcome to come check out. Anybody interested, wakeup.realestate/MM. That's like our mastermind. We're in a Zoom meeting and we share and we brainstorm and anyway, where was I going with that? A, the show is brought to you by that. B, I don't even know. I lost my train of thought.
2 p.m. today, mortgage webinar.
Oh, yes, that's where I was going. Yes. Scrolling across the bottom, we are covering 5 zero-down financing options. Some of them are programs, and some of it is strategy for helping buyers purchase with 0 down. And combine that with the fact that, rates have come down significantly. That's definitely some good news there. Next to the sponsor, Ryan Slip and Slide. Yes, we should. Ryan Slip and Slide, sponsored by the Virtual Mortgage Partners. If you haven't seen Ryan Slip and Slide, you got to go find Ryan on Facebook. It's to call it a slip and slide is drastically underselling it. And we should bring the kids down for that thing. We need.
You're welcome to. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe Friday we will do that. Actually,
if you go to my Facebook, I just posted a video of Charlie going down. It's so much fun.
I just saw like the halfway completed. I didn't see actually him going down. I mean, I've seen people on it before.
Yeah, I was teasing with that. Here, I'll bring it up on the screen. We don't need to talk about
for distracting. Thanks for throwing us off the rails here.
Yeah, that's what Shane does. Let's see.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he's good at. Let's see it here.
This is more interesting than what we were going to talk about.
Way more interesting and entertaining for sure. Look at this. I mean, that is a long slip and slide. Holy mackerel. Look at that thing.
It's a little obnoxious.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Let's keep it moving along because we got to keep it short and punchy. Ryan's got contractors coming in and I'm still trying to catch up from being away. Do you have a social post of the day? If not, you do?
I don't. I would recommend that you post that chart that I post something about rates coming down in the CPI and tell people it's a good time to think about maybe getting a mortgage again.
Here's what I've got on the what's working now front. Very simply and straight to the point. And this is very self-serving, but I used Ryan's text message from yesterday and we already have numerous appointments. People just directly saying, yes, I would like to get pre-approved. I texted it to my prospect/new lead category. So I haven't even sent it to my active leads in KV Core. I've texted it to those And we have already had numerous people. Now, we also had folks that said, no, don't need to, or not interested, whatever. To which we're sending a follow-up question. Got it. Are you still in the market for a home? Are you still looking to buy? Because some people are they don't need a pre-approval letter because either they already have one, which actually, Mike, we should change that. It should be, the follow-up should be, got it. Do you already have one? Or, will you be buying cash? Right? Because that is some folks are just buying cash, right? And they might be buying an investment property, or it might be, a personal residence, but they've got the cash to make it happen. So I sent that out. We've got lots of conversations going.
What specifically, and you guys can reference yesterday's show on the Wake Up Real Estate site and the scripts, but which version of the script did you send?
So I sent, it was, hey, Ryan, I literally took the mortgage one that we're doing. It just said, hey, Ryan. Now, I took out some of it because it's coming directly from me, whereas the copy on the script page was as though it was our mortgage team reaching out on behalf of Ryan, let's say. So it was just directly, yep, morning, Brady, just curious, do you need a mortgage pre-approval letter, or are you not that far along in the process yet? Let us know. I just added, let us know, thanks, right? Because us is our team. It's not just me, which
look at this response. It doesn't get any better than that. Not that far yet, and I already have a house I'm going to buy. I just don't know how to go about doing it.
I didn't even see that one. I didn't even see that one. Mike's working that one. So my other what's working now is part of what we're doing for folks that are interested in our V qualifier process is re-engaging and reviving folks' databases. And we have a wonderful team that has recently come on in North Carolina. And the team lead has a couple of thousand contacts in KV Core. And she actually does a pretty good job of reaching out. And she doesn't text a whole lot, but, she sends emails, whatever. Anyway, Monday, we had a rain out, even though it only rained overnight, whatever. Anyway, Monday, I'm in the hotel room. I got nothing really going on. So I log into her account and I send the what's the one thing script to that database. Now, this is before Ryan shared, before we did yesterday's Texting Tuesday. Otherwise, I probably would have done that one. Regardless, the what's the one thing works like crazy. So far, from texting that message to less than 1,000 contacts, it was under 1,000. It was 800 some or 900 some. We have had, I don't know, 4 or 5 appointments already, phone call appointments already, and have several more scheduled for this afternoon from just saying, what's the one thing stopping you from buying a home this summer?
There you go.
A lot of them said credit. A lot of them said down payment. Some of them said, income or things along those lines. And we've got solutions for those folks. We offer credit direction. We've got 0 down payment options, right? Yeah. Join us later for, if you'd like more information on what those options are. Many of you know what some of them are, but we're going to share some that maybe you forgot about or didn't realize or whatever, right? Like VA financing is a 0 down option, and USDA financing is a 0 down.
The buy downs we did last week help, but they're not a 0 down. But yeah,
right. But what's interesting about that too is with the what's the one thing, we got several folks that said rates, and so the buy downs is a way to address that for rate sensitive buyers. So our follow up to that has been, at what rate would you be interested? At what interest rate would it make sense for you? And some of them, honestly, it was like 2.75. And I was like, well, I don't think we're ever going to see those again. And, not everybody, it's not going to work for everybody. But, having something where you don't allow their objection or their answer to stop the conversation. Just keep digging. Be curious.
On the 2.75 thing, I was watching The Maverick of Wall Street. It's a great YouTube channel that I watch a lot of days. He was talking about the idea that people are eventually going to have to capitulate. So they got used to these 2, 3, 4% rates, but eventually 7 is just going to become normal, or 6.5 or whatever. So just because rates are high now, I think if we give it another 6, 12 months, we're going to start to see people be like, well, this is just the way things are, and I can't expect 2.75 again.
Yep.
So
little
hope, guys.
Absolutely. On Point Sport Horses. I believe that's Stacy. NC team here. I sent out your emails today. Right on. Right on. And you
Perfect.
did a wonderful job of taking a message that I sent out to our Wake Up Real Estate list on Friday and turning that into a post in a Facebook group that generated some appointment opportunities as well. So like when we share these scripts and templates and ideas, find your own way to put your own spin on them, or find as many ways to leverage the idea as possible. So for example, the what's the one thing script, like that works on social media.
Yeah.
That works as a post.
Sure.
Ryan's script from yesterday, and Ryan even mentioned it, while also throwing me under the bus as the one that talks a lot more, which is why these.
Did you watch it? Michelle gave me crap for that. It was funny. Yeah.
No, listen, I would expect nothing less, and it's the truth. You're not saying anything that isn't true. Anyway, where was I going there? Oh, mentioned how you could take that idea and that could be a social post too. There's nothing, it's just about putting out curiosity, asking good questions, whatever platform, and creating conversation opportunities, right?
You know what just came to mind? You can also use the scripts as PSs in all your emails and switch up your PS.
Yeah, totally.
I don't know if you've ever talked about that, but yeah, PS, what's the one thing?
Right. Or, yeah, absolutely. Adding some curiosity to your PS line, that's a great way to get more replies, right? Like,
that's probably a subject of its own show or a mastermind. What to do with your PS? Yeah.
Totally, especially depending on like if what you're sending is an informational email, meaning there isn't inherently a reason for them to reply. Adding a good PS gets you more engagement and potential conversation opportunities for sure. And Chris adds, in your weekly email newsletter as well, for sure. Which we've got that. If you go to the wakeup.realestate site, there we have the whole Friday email newsletter process is all outlined and detailed there with templates, the reasoning, all of that good stuff for sure. All right, we're already running long because you know who's talking a lot again. One thing I wanted to check in on and just it sounds like our Google pay-per-click campaigns that you've been creating, they're still cruising along and doing quite well.
They are. I haven't checked on Paul's. I was actually going to share for the What's Working Now. I've got the 7 VA home loan facts campaign.
Yeah.
Is they're coming in at $20, but I actually think I messed up the tracking a little. But 4 leads so far for $20 each. For a VA buyer, I think that's a pretty good cost per lead actually, because they're going to be more qualified than most buyers in general, right? Yeah. And we're getting some pretty good long form stuff here. I don't know. I'm just going to refresh everybody's memory on what these pages look like.
Which, by the way, one of the VA buyers said they had 50,000 plus for down payment.
And a 700 credit score. It's like, okay, yeah, I think we can help.
Right.
So yeah, this is the page, guys. This is available to you in our lead generation templates. And a Google click to this is working right now. And the way we're spinning this can work either for us on the mortgage side, or you could drive traffic to something like this from the real estate side, because the lead for this, you can see the first question we ask is, the second question is, how would you like to use your benefits to buy a home?
Yeah.
And it goes right into it.
Yeah. If you would like to explore this in more detail and even get our help with creating a campaign like that, go check out vqualifier.com, watch the video there, and then initiate the process of getting onboarded for that. And we would be happy to explore that. In fact, I had a call with someone that signed up recently on vqualifier.com right before we went live with a fellow by the name of Michael in Florida. And he's not going to, his niche isn't VA, but we're exploring. He's at the point where we've onboarded him appropriately, and now we need to identify what pipeline of new opportunity are we going to build, right? What niche? And he had 2 that he needs to pick from, and then what budget, and then the geographic target area he already has identified. But those are really the things to think through and identify. So let's keep it short and sweet here. I'm going to tease one thing though for the huddle, for those of you that want to come for the huddle. another what's working now, at least on some level initially, and she is watching here. I got an email from Chris Harris, who's part of my EXP team. She's in Ohio. She served dual licensed in Ohio and Kentucky, and she emailed this morning a follow-up to a topic on one of our huddles last week, which is going after the divorce niche, let's say, for opportunities as a listing source opportunity. And how this came about was James on our team, he's in Colorado. He had emailed me last week and said, hey, I'm noticing that all of my listings that I've gotten over the last like 12 to 18 months, almost all of them, if not all of them, the folks were going through a divorce, which is unfortunate, but it's reality. Okay. So we were trying to brainstorm, how might you target that audience and go after that niche. And Chris used listings to leads to launch a campaign, a Facebook lead ad campaign, offering a PDF report around that. And she got her first lead already in pretty short order. So we'll talk about that a little bit more detail if you want to join us for the Mastermind Huddle, which is at the top of the hour. If you're watching this live, it's at 11 a.m. Eastern. We do them Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. And you are more than welcome to come join us. wakeup.realestate/MM, which I think is scrolling across the bottom as well.
Facebook user, yes. Axon and Nexa are based in Arizona, right, Josh?
So. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Reach out. Shoot me a private message.
And just a little note on that, if you guys are wondering if we can partner with you in your state, we've added a field on vqualifier.com and it has a drop down for states. And it shows all the states we can work with. If you don't see your state there, maybe shoot us a message. It might mean that we're in the process of getting set up.
There are certain states that we can't. Yeah. There are certain states that require more hoops that we have to jump through. But there are 35 that we are either already live in or can readily be live in. And in fact, we just added Washington and Minnesota. So if you're in either of those and you would like to explore what we're doing. And one last thing on that front, I just want to point out something. We often are talking about, how we've been able to help borrowers that have been turned down by other lenders or didn't think they could qualify or maybe have a little bit difficult scenarios or situation. We're also a great option for your clean borrowers. and
I'm sorry.
I know, but because we have so many lenders and because we have so many lenders competing for our business at Nexa and Axon, we are oftentimes able to beat any rate and fee. And not only that, the number one wholesale lender that we do business with, we have an average clear to close CTC of under 10 days. And that's with over 2,500 LOs at Nexa working with that company. So that's not like a small sample size. It's not like we're just choosing 9 or 10. Legitimately, when we've got, let's call it A paper or strong borrowers, we will have it clear to close in many cases well before the seller or the settlement title company is ready to settle the deal, right? It's one less thing for you to worry about. So if you haven't been happy with that, with your current lender on that kind of stuff, and let's face it, I've been there too. It's one of the reasons why I got licensed and why we've built all of this out, because I was sick of having lenders that miss dates and having to reschedule settlements and so forth. It's not just we'll take the sticky deals. We'll work with folks that need credit direction, etc. And also, we're a great option for the strong borrowers as well.
I think this is important because as we got started here, we said, hey, give us a shot. And a lot of you guys who are working with us, you have given us some of your troubled deals. I think we're getting them closed, right? We had fun in June and July and going into July, but we are getting these things closed. And at the same time, you can send us your good stuff too. We don't mind.
Exactly. Or at least send us them for a second opinion.
Yeah, on the rate.
Yeah, on the rate and even on the program, right? Like it may be. So, for example, that wholesale lender that I mentioned that we on average have, it's like 9.4 days C2C. They have 5 different jumbo programs. They have like 7 different conventional programs, right? So, like it may be that a different program may be a better fit for them as well. So.
And I've seen this too, Josh, in my local kind of market, as I talk to lenders, a lot of your lenders out there are getting frustrated that they're getting beat on rate with the company they're at. So you can always bring us up as an option if they want to slide on over. You can keep working with them, but they can come over and be with us and do all the stuff we're doing. So
retail is definitely hurting on the lending side and is going to continue to, just because of what's happening with our economy and everything else. There's a lot of factors at play there. Soledad, we are the virtual mortgage partners, okay? And we're under both the Nexa and Axon mortgage umbrella.
We can explain more about the Axon. Yeah.
Nexa is our broker channel. Axon is our I'm losing, for some reason my brain froze. Our
well, we're a branch
correspondent. Now, our correspondent. Yeah.
Yeah, we're a branch now. So
yeah. Which doesn't matter. Here's all you need to know. It gives us even more options to win on rate and fees. That's the most important thing.
It is confusing.
It is.
We're talking next time.
Yeah, it is. But it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Company.
That's all you need to know. So for those of you interested, you can hop on in 7 minutes at wakeup.realestate/mm, and you can register for later today. Where is that guy at? Right here. You can register later today. If you can't make it live, we have been getting the replays of those out typically later in the day, same day or first thing next morning. And we also have a playlist on the YouTube channel with these mortgage info sessions that we've been doing. There's some really good data and information in there for you all to have better conversations, more conversations, and create more opportunities. All right. Let's everybody.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah. Have a great day, and we'll see you back tomorrow or later today.